With that, I'll recognize the ranking member, DeGette, for 5 minutes.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. Dr. Ortiz, you were just talking to the chairman about the 111D rule. That is a draft rule that has not been finalized. Is that correct?
That's correct.
And is the comment period still open for that?
I believe the comment period is closed.
Okay. But so what will happen now is the agency will take all of the comments and then come up with a final rule, which has not yet been released. Is that right?
It has not yet been
Yeah.
released.
But HR 4167 would stop all of that because it would just simply delay everything for 5 years. Is that right?
Which I'm not very good with these numbers.
It's the 111D rule.
It's the GRID Act. The GRID Act.
Yeah, I don't need you to describe.
Okay.
What I
All
just
right.
need to say, it has a 5-year delay, right?
No, I don't believe it
That's
does.
not the one that has the 5-year
No.
delay? Okay. Mr. Rodriguez, President Biden invoked the Defense Production Act to increase the domestic production of distribution transformers. Is that right?
That is correct.
And that's because we're all concerned about the transformer supply chain issues. Is that right?
That is correct.
And we have, in the Bipartisan Infrastructure Law and Inflation Reduction Act, there are rebates and tax credits available that would aid investments in the electric grid components. Is that right?
That is absolutely correct.
Now, in your testimony, you mentioned that DOE is working with federal partners to find actions and resources to alleviate the problem. Can you talk very briefly about what actions and resources that DOE has identified?
Yes, we're actually working on 2 paths. One, using the authorities and granted to us now, we're trying to see what creative and aggressive approaches we can take to do anything and everything that will assist in the manufacturing and delivery of distribution transformers. That includes, there's a whole host of things. Let me give you 2 quick examples. One is a convening of industry, which is the manufacturing sector, and the utilities to work together to find ways to take some of the choke points away. And the other are direct action by my sister office, MESC, which is doing stuff like helping to connect manufacturers with hard-to-source products, helping them to apply for the 48C grants, $10 billion of tax credits available, and $10 million of direct rebates for efficient transformers. So much more, but those are good examples.
So do some of these efforts take additional money than the money that was that came out through the Infrastructure Law and Inflation Reduction Act?
To be perfectly frank, the answer to that is yes.
And so if Congress gave you additional funds that you needed to improve this situation, what additional steps or actions could you take?
We have been working behind the scenes to be prepared if and to the extent Congress sees fit to give us additional appropriations under the Defense Appropriation Act. What we will be doing is working directly with American manufacturing industry and American labor to help them to increase their production capacity. That goes to 3 elements. Number 1, helping them to get secure and retain the labor necessary to work. Number 2, upgrading American manufacturing facilities to help them produce more product efficiently. Number 3, the Defense Production Act appropriation would allow us to find ways to work to get not just the supply side, but the demand side. Utilities working together to find ways to, quite frankly, streamline the design process for transformers, which will increase throughput.
So if we're able to fix these supply chain issues, then that's going to help increase reliability dramatically. Is that right?
Absolutely. Dramatically might even be an understatement.
Thank you. I yield back.